Hi everyone, it's me Rita back with another video. Today's video is about couples counseling and why it doesn't work when you're in a domestic abuse relationship and or narcissistic abusive situation. But before I start, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also be sure to comment if you've experienced something like this, because knowledge is power. Let other people know if you have experienced or tried something like this or been through it with your abusive partner, just to let everybody know what you've been through or if you have any questions. Share this video with someone you know who might be experiencing something like this as well. Listen, as we know, domestic violence can be extremely traumatizing. We know this. So out of desperation, in one of these relationships, we might do things to try and make things better, okay? Counseling is kind of one of those desperation things. It's in our human nature to want to be loved, to want to nurture our relationship and make it better. That's why that idea might come across to you as like, you know what, I've tried everything else. Why don't we try counseling? Okay, I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work. Counseling is effective for couples. It is extremely effective in the right situation. In a relationship where people are trying to work through their problems and they come together and say, you know what, we're having these issues, but we value our marriage. Let's come together and get this counseling and get this issue fixed. That is when counseling is going to be the most effective. It's not going to be effective in an abusive situation. Because one reason is because your abuser only cares about themselves. Your narcissist only cares about themselves. They're not actually genuinely going to do anything to help nurture the relationship. They're only going to do it for a few different reasons. Abuse is not a relationship issue. What abuse is, it's its own issue. It's the abuser's issue. It's the narcissist's issue. It's not an issue that you've caused. It's an issue that they have caused. That is why one of the reasons why counseling isn't going to work. Couples counseling is for two people to fix their issues together. Okay? Your abuser, in some cases, he or she might be the one to suggest the counseling and use it as a form of manipulation. If they see that you're just fed up and you're on your way out the door, or you've already left and they need you back because abusing you is what feeds their ego, they might, out of desperation, say, you know what, I want to change my ways. Let's go to counseling together. They don't actually mean this, because an abuser, in most cases, has hurt you multiple times. If they didn't want to abuse you, they wouldn't have done it to begin with. So counseling is just a form of manipulation. The abuser in the beginning might go. Even if you ask them and they say, yes, I'll go, they might actually go. Or if they're the one who suggests it, they might go to this counseling. They're just going to put on a show. Remember, all they want to do is reel you back into their overdramatic world. They want to reel you back into their safe zone. And what their safe zone is the drama. It's the abuse. It's sucking the emotion and the life out of you. That's all they want to do by bringing you in. Now, if the counselor doesn't know that you're in an abusive situation and you're just going to counseling with your partner and the counselor has no clue, they can put on a really good show. Keep that in mind. A lot of people don't think about that. You're going to sit in front of a counselor. You think your abuser is actually going to say, well, yeah, I hit her all the time. I treat her like garbage. He's not going to say that, or she's not going to say that. The odds of that happening are very slim. They're going to make themselves look as good as possible. The other probable thing that might happen is they will go to counseling with you. And then once they realize that they've got you back in and you've moved back in, or you've decided to accept their behavior because you think it's changed, then they're going to stop going. And then they're going to show you who they really are. Once again, which you already know, they're not going to change. People, please believe me when I tell you the abuser has a pattern that is just never going to change. The narcissistic abuser has a pattern that is never going to change. Out of desperation, you might want to keep the relationship going, but please believe me, it's not worth your time. You're wasting your energy trying to fix someone who cannot be fixed. Take the time to fix yourself. If you, in another video that I have down below, please search for it. It's called Tools for the Toolbox, and there's also another video. It talks about getting yourself counseling. Take care of you. Don't worry about your abuser and or narcissist, because they're never going to change. If you're going to do anything that involves counseling, do it for yourself. Do it so your mind can feel better, so that your spirit can feel better, and so that you feel better about yourself, so that you can get out of this situation. And also when you start dating again, so that you don't repeat the same pattern. Get the counseling for yourself, and don't worry about your abuser, because they're not going to change. I know these are some kind of harsh words, but it's the truth. If you disagree, let me know. Let me know what you think. Again, please share this video with someone that this might be helpful to. I want to give information that you might not necessarily think about, and counseling is definitely one of those tricky things. Remember, it's about you now. It's not about them anymore. Fix yourself. Okay? Thank you so much.